Welcome back. In the last two modules, we learned how to build inorganic and organic molecules, including biomolecules. In this present module, our focus will be on solid state materials, and we'll also learn how to build interesting nanomaterials. Now, in case of crystalline solid, 3D array of similar points is called space lattice or crystal lattice. And when you place a structural unit on these lattice points, you get a crystal structure. These structural units are also called bases or motifs, and they may be an atom or a molecule or an ion. Now, once you have a 3D lattice, your first job is to look for the simplest repeating unit. The simplest repeating unit is called unit cell, and they have all the properties which a crystal has. For example, whatsoever is the density of the crystal, the same density will be that of unit cell. Whatsoever is the chemical formula of the crystal, the same chemical formula will be that of a unit cell. So if you want to study a crystal, your job will be to study a unit cell. And we know that based on the unit cell, crystals are classified into 7 crystal systems. And the criteria used for the classifications are the intercept along the 3 axes and the interplanar angle. For example, in case of orthorhombic crystal system, the 3 intercepts are not equal to each other, but all the 3 interplanar angles are equal to each other and each has value 90 degree. Now, a French mathematician, Bravais, demonstrated that there could be 14 variations of 3D space lattice. And that will include, some of them will be primitive unit cell, where the constituent particles are present at the corner of the unit cell. Whereas in case of body-centered unit cell, along with the corner, the constituent particles will be also present at the body center. Whereas in case of face-centered, along with corner, the particles will be present at the center of each faces. And in case of end-centered, along with corner, the particle will be present at the face center of 2 parallel opposite faces. Now, based on the symmetry operations, we have something called point groups. Now, if you take a combination of these top 5, namely rotations, reflections, rotation and reflection, rotation with inversion, that will constitute a group known as point group. And there are 32 such point groups of symmetry elements for all possible crystal structures, provided the motifs are spherically symmetrical object. If the motifs are not spherically symmetrical, then these 2 symmetry operations also come into play, screw axis and glide planes. And now, for all crystal systems, these 7 symmetry operations can form 230 space groups. So when it was spherically symmetrical object, there was 32 point groups. But once they are not spherically symmetrical, we have 230 space groups. There are different notations to represent these space groups. For example, Hammond-Morgan, also called international notation, then Sconfly's Hall notation. So if you look at any space group table, for example, the Hammond-Morgan, normally they have a particular space group as 4 symbols. The first one represent the centering in the Bravais lattice. P stands for primitive, I stands for body-centered, F stands for face-centered, and these ABC stands for end-centered. And the next 3 represent the prominent symmetry operations. So if you look at any, for example, if I click on this particular site, will be directed to a space group table. And you can see here that it starts with, the number index starts with the most unsymmetrical crystal structure, that is triclinic, where all the three intercepts are not equal to each other. The interplanar angles are also not equal to each other. And in case of triclinic, you have only two space groups. Now, number index from 3 to 15 corresponds to monoclinic. From 16 to 74 corresponds to orthorhombic. Then tetragonal, then trigonal, and last number index 195 to 230 corresponds to the most symmetrical crystal structure, that is cubic. So if you click at any one of the, for example, if I click on this, you get the detail of that particular space group. So now let's go to the Avogadro directly. Now, Avogadro has a large pool of crystallographic information file in its library. To upload that, go to File menu. Then in the Import section, click on Crystal. Now, a dialog box opens, and you can see that there are varieties of folders corresponding to different categories of solids. So for example, if I want to load a crystallographic information file corresponding to an alkali metal, then go to the elements folder, click on it, double click on it, and then search for a particular alkali metal. So let's click on potassium. So you can see that potassium.cif. So .cif is the extension for crystallographic information file. So if I click on this and then insert, very soon you'll find that the potassium done. So the first view of the file shows the basic positioning of the atoms present in the unit cell. We know that all alkali metal crystallizes in BCC lattice. In BCC, atoms are present at the corner and at the body center. So when you open a crystallographic information file, the positioning will give you the where the atoms are present, and the total number of motifs will give you an idea about how many structural units are present per unit cell. So since here there are two structural units, two atoms, hence in case of potassium per unit cell, there are two atoms per unit cell. Now, to get a proper view, something written on the top corner, I'll expand this display panel. Now you can see that the lattice type is triclinic. And if you look at the cell parameter, that does not match with the lattice type. The cell parameter, the edge, the intercept along the three axes are equal to each other. All the interplanar angles are equal to each other, and each has value 90 degree. So you know that this is the cell parameter corresponding to a cubic crystal system. It means when you load a crystallographic information file in Avogadro or any package, normally they think that as most unsymmetrical crystal system, that is triclinic. But when you ask the package to carefully look into the cell parameter, analyze all the cell parameter, then they might be able to give you the correct crystal structure, the correct space group, the correct crystal system. So to do that, let's go to the crystallography menu, and then there's a space group option, and click on the perceive space group. And click on, look at that, perceived space group is that number index says the space group number index is 229. So 229, just we saw that will correspond to cubic, and HM, international symbol is IM. I stands for body centered, and the next three are the important symmetry operations. So if I click on this, now is the correct one. We got the correct one. The lattice type is cubic, and the space group number index is 229. You can get the complete information about 229 from the any if you see any space group table. Now, this is not the unit cell representation given in chemistry books. Normally, you'll find that atoms are present at each corner and one at the body center. To get that view, go to the view menu. There's an option called crystal view options. Click on this, and then on the right hand side, you see that there's something in the dialog box. You'll see that the display all atom images. If you check this, you'll get the one which you see in your chemistry textbooks. So if I rotate this, you'll find that atoms are present at each corner and at the body center. Fine. Now, crystals are not single unit cell. If you want to create a super cell, you have to replicate this. And for that, you have to do that translation operation. And Avogadro has that feature. Go to build menu. There's an option called super cell builder. If I click on this, and now if I increase the number, let's do 2 along x-axis, then along y-axis increase, and then along the z-axis, and then click on the generate cell. Close this. Close the dialog box. Oh, might stop. Now let's repeat it once again. So go to File menu. In the Import section, click on the crystal. You get a dialog box. Go to Element folder. Now this time, let's take iron. Let's take another example. So iron, and then click on the Insert. Wait for a while for the system to upload. We're done. And then again, you can see that the lattice type is triclinic. Now delete this, navigate setting to get a more broader view. Now, next step will be go to the crystallography menu, space group, perceive space group. Not done. Double click. Now it's fine. It's cubic. It's cubic, and again, it is 229 is the index number. And in this case, again, it is body centered and the same space group number. Fine. Now, if I want to increase, if I want to make a super cell, I'll go to build menu, super cell builder. Now let's increase this, make it 2, 2, 2, and then generate cell, close this. Fine. Right now it is body centered cubic. Let's see if there's a body centered cubic unit cell. If I want to identify a body centered cubic unit cell, go to select toolbar and then control and click. Select this 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the corner of the unit cell and then the body center. So yeah, rotate this. You can find a unit cell within that. You can generate another unit cell. Right click, go to the select, right click. Let's try to do another one. Slightly rotate this. and then control, then click. First, select toolbar. That's the 8 corners, and then one at the body center. Again, rotate. Yes, perfect. So you can get the unit cell. If you want to replicate it more, again go to the build, supercell builder, and then again repeat it. 2, 2, 2, and then generate cell. You got a bigger supercell. Right? Similarly, you can build it more depending upon your system memory and the graphic card. So let's see a few more features. Go to view, crystal view option, and then if you want to see the Miller indices, so click on this Miller indices button, and then HKN, Miller indices. I think you know that. So if I want to see 100 plane, so that's dotted one is the 100 plane. So 100 plane is your YZ plane that cuts the x-axis at the edge length A there. And this 110 plane, this is 110 plane, which is parallel to the z-axis and cuts the x-axis at A and the y-axis at B. If you want to see the 111 Miller indices, so that's 111 Miller indices. Okay, so I'll stop here and we'll continue with the solid state materials building in the next video.